Now, there are several key issues and races for voters in tomorrow's election. And for voters in Portland, there are a baker's dozen of local questions of importance.
One ballot measure in particular has drawn hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations and attracted national endorsements.
But there is disagreement about what would happen to Portland businesses if Question D were to pass. News Center Maine's Sean Stackhouse sat down with owners and workers on opposite sides of this question about raising Portland's minimum wage.
From the signs on the streets to windows of restaurants, even to ads on social media, it's clear Question D has generated a lot of interest. But the impact the question would have if passed has businesses split.
I can only imagine that Becky's will change forever. We'll never be the same here.
Becky's Diner has been a staple of Commercial Street for more than 30 years. Becky Rand, the namesake of the diner, fears the impact the question will have, and if her business and others can survive the wage increase.
And if they decide that making $18 an hour isn't enough, because it's not going to be compared to what they've been making, they're not going to stay here. They'll just go find another restaurant over by the mall.
The citizen-initiated referendum looks to do a few things: raise the minimum wage to $18 an hour by 2025 and eliminate the subminimum wage for workers who get tips, which is what many front-of-house service workers in the city get. Rand says during busy summer days, with tips, her servers can clock out having made close to $50 an hour. She says taking away the tipped wage could force restaurants to raise prices or reduce the number of servers, just to stay in business.
We've lost enough restaurants through the pandemic. We don't need to lose any more. And I don't know how anyone is going to stay open with a payroll that is so out, it's going to go out of control.
But just less than 1 mile away from Becky's, another restaurant says they're already making it work.
Because we're very careful about how we spend and where we spend, and at the end of the day, it's our people first, no matter what.
Corinna Stum owns Ruby's West End, and since she opened her restaurant, they've paid full minimum wage to servers.
They're able to pay their bills, they're able to contribute back to the local economy. We go out and they're able to live their lives and thrive instead of just make ends meet and worry about where the next rent check's going to come.
Ruby's has incorporated a 20% service fee. Stum says tips are still coming in, though, averaging around 30% of a bill.
We haven't seen any issues with tipping or really any concerns about how our compensation structure works.
But many still aren't sold this model can work throughout the city.
What they're asking for is frustrating because no one here is underpaid and no one here is unhappy. Don't fix what's not broken.
In Portland, Sean Stackhouse, News Center, Maine.